Hi.
Hi, Adam. You take too many vacations, Adam. You're gone way too much.
Apologies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for living my life. I thought this was America.
Mega Dads Live is a mature rated podcast. It's for the Mega Dads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
Second of all, I was watching the latest episode of, or I guess not when this drops, but I was watching the episode of Mega Dads Live that you and Eric did while I was donating plasma yesterday. Yesterday was an incredibly busy day for me. I was at work running my ass off, and then afterwards I had to go and donate plasma. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching you guys. First of all, exceptional job. Eric,
Very
welcome
good.
to the team. You did a great job. I loved his murder sex dungeon in the background. His incomplete murder basement that he's got going there is very on brand. I enjoyed that. But secondly, I have not had a vasectomy, nor will I ever have
Why?
a vasectomy. I don't like people touching me in any respect. Like, I won't get a massage.
It's a robot now. The little robot hands, where some guy in Japan is like doing it with the like little joysticks.
Remote
and then there's like little
robot snippers.
Yeah, a little remote control snipper guy, like a pervert robot's just gonna mess with your diddle.
I just can't. Like, even though I have zero intention of having more children, I can't do it. Can't do it. Won't let somebody snip my nips. Not happening. Have you had that done?
No.
Okay.
I would pay to have them like start and they're messing with my thing and they're like, all right, we're about to do it, are you sure? And I would go, oh, actually, and then back out. And then the next week I go back and they start prepping me. They start waffling me up or whatever. They like they're cleaning it and they're like, all right, you ready? I'm like, like,
just there for the warm up.
Yeah, get the warm up halfway like every week. And they're like, look, we're not going to do this again next week for you. If you're coming next week, it's happening. I say, okay. And then I get to the last part and I'm just like,
yeah, I just can't.
Out.
I mean, no shade to folks who have done it. Totally understand, but stay the hell away from my ball.
I hear it's reversible. And I also hear that it's like not 100%. Is it true?
God,
it's like 99.9, like one of those things.
It's like the people who say that they're LASIK like reverses, right? It's like you went through all the process of having
LASIK
your eyeballs
can reverse?
Yeah.
No way.
There's people that go through the process and then it like reverses, and it's like you had fucking people laser your eyeballs and then it didn't work. Like,
no,
fuck that. I'll just wear glasses.
I've been contemplating LASIK, but then I've seen what they do.
It's terrible.
You've seen what they do. It's like stretch your eye out and just be like, you are not blinking, and then like supposedly like you smell and like you're conscious doing. And there's no way. I cannot be conscious. Somebody cutting my eye up with like, how are you doing this? Like, that is scary. That is like worst nightmare type stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll just wear my spectacles.
The way you feel about your eyeballs is the way I feel about my nut balls.
I'm gonna wear my glasses the way God intended.
Speaking of donating plasma, so I go there twice a week now. It's actually I don't enjoy it, but like it's very pain-free, easy. I go twice a week and they give me like
sit in the chair.
Give me like $120 a week. Like, can't argue with that for like an hour.
Oh, they give you money over there? I don't think they do that in Illinois anymore. I looked it up a couple years ago, but I could be wrong.
And part of the process is you do a screening. They take like your blood pressure, they finger prick you, and they check your levels and things like that to see if you can go through with the full process. And this guy yesterday, worst part about doing the plasma is the small talk. They all have like the small talk, and they must have a script because they ask you the same questions every time. Like, do you have any big plans for the weekend? How was your day so far? All that kind of shit. I'm just like, just stab me.
It's like an Uber driver. Like, let's just do it. Can we just do it?
Can
I don't
we
need
just
the
do
chit
this?
Chat.
Yeah. So the guy yesterday, first of all, he was like 9 feet tall. This guy was just taller than shit, and he had green hair. And so as I'm approaching this guy, I'm like, look at this. He basically looks like the Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, Hulk situation going on.
Green bean guy, very tall and with green hair. And I sit down, and he's like, "How's it going today, brah?" And I'm like, I don't think I've ever been called bra in like an actual conversation. Like people have called me bra facetiously, but like this guy genuinely meant it. And I'm like, I'm okay. And he's like, you got any big plans for this weekend, bra? And I'm like, you did it again? And I'm like, no, I think I'm just going to lay low. Like no big travel plans or anything. Just going to hang out. And he goes, oh, I hear you, bra. Sometimes you just got to kick it while you still can. And I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this 9-foot tall Jolly Green Giant who genuinely uses bra with strangers? Have you ever called somebody bra? Have you ever had somebody call you bra?
Like not in real life conversation. Right? It's a little bit disrespectful in a certain way. That's how I would take it because of how old I am. Yeah. I'd be like, who you calling bra guy?
Yeah, he meant it. He meant it. And he was just so laid back. And like he was
friendly about it.
He was super friendly, really nice. I was just kind of, every once in a while I come across one of these people that just lives a completely different life than I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I just have like this 3-minute window into this guy's life, and it's like, you live a completely different kind of existence than I do, and I respect it. I absolutely respect it. Anyway, I just thought that was, I felt really old, like I usually do with interactions with people, but like this guy in particular was like, you've got a completely different vernacular than me. You're
He's just on a different wavelength than you. You know, like way cooler, way more down to earth. You know what I mean? Like probably gonna live to like 120, whereas you are sadly.
I've got like a week. I've got a week left.
Muscle mineral.
The place to be for Megadads socials is the Megadads Discord, where you can engage with your favorite Megadads as well as other friends of the Megadads every single day in our stress-free and welcoming social space. When you're a member of our Discord, you will get alerts for all of our content drops, so you never have to miss a review, a podcast, or a hot take. Partake in our fun weekly Megadads holidays like Waluigi Wednesday and Final Fantasy Sunday. Megadads Discord is fun, free, and follows you wherever you go. Join us today and become part of the conversation.
Let's talk about the Parent of the Month. It's time for the Parent of the Month. We haven't done a Parent of the Month in a while.
Parent of the Month segment. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's August. We're coming up on the ass end of summer. It's gonna get darker and colder pretty soon. But we have a Parent of the Month that celebrates summer, and it goes a little something like this. This incident occurred last Tuesday in the town of Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin. Located 7 miles west of Racine, police were contacted by a 4-year-old boy who said his mom was being bad. According to a statement released by the Village of Mount Pleasant Police Department last week, this boy called up and he said, "My mom is being bad," and then he hung up. So it was a 911 hang up. The officers responded to the boy's house. The authorities said a little boy called 911 saying his mom was being bad and needed to go to jail. When they arrived at the home, the young boy said that his mother ate his ice cream and needed to go to jail for it. The boy eventually recanted, like he didn't want his mom to get in trouble. Sent the officers away. The good-spirited officers returned home the next day with some ice cream. Isn't that cute?
Aww.
So cute, because the mom was a bitch and ate his ice cream. So my question is, first of all, what kind of parent eats their kid's ice cream? That's rude. And second of all, how much shit will this kid be in for calling the cops on his mom?
Yeah, so I've had this, like, do you eat your kids, like candy for Halloween? Do you eat their like chicken nuggets that they left there? Like, do you eat their cookie? Like the different like stuff that they leave behind that their brain, like they remember, like they don't want it. They have it to the side. That's mine. And they're not going to eat it. But if you eat it, they suddenly like run into the room and they're like, where is the thing? I sense with my force power that this cookie has now been stolen and taken from me. It's so weird how it happens.
Where's that bowl of ice cream that I set down last Tuesday?
Yes, exactly.
So you think this is like a misunderstanding thing between what the mother perceives as he's being done and what the little boy perceives as, I'm coming back to this ice cream in a couple hours. I didn't think of it that way.
It's interesting. And, would you want your, like, if they ate your thing, you'd be like, oh, you know. So for a kid to process that, it's like it elevates it to a 911.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to like deal with that. It's a good thing, because I'm like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I'm like, man, it's a shame that they know 911 where they can abuse it like that. But I guess you have to look at it like it's a good thing, because if something were to happen, they understand the concept of 911.
Right.
So if something bad did happen, they would kind of know like who to call. So I go both ways. It's like, teach them to use 911 so they can abuse it and cry wolf and like complain. Like, it's interesting. I was reading on a Reddit thread about this mom who was talking about her. There were all these parents sharing embarrassing stories, and like, when has your kid truly embarrassed you? And then they said that she was leaving Chuck E. Cheese, and the stamp that you're supposed to have to match up with your kid had rubbed off. So they don't let you out of Chuck E. Cheese without the same numbered stamp that you walked in, because they don't want you leaving with someone else's kid. So the stamp rubs off. She's trying to leave, and the guy asks the kid, like, hey, is this your mom? And the kid says no. So that starts causing like a thing, because they have to go by what the kid says.
No way.
Because the adult, no matter how convincing the adult, whatever the adult's gonna say, even if they're deadpan, like, I'm sorry, my kid is like, I am their parent. Like, that, I don't know why they just said that. That's not gonna fly.
Right.
So it caused a big ruckus. And they had to get
crap.
the police, and they had to start doing some like mini investigation. How would you prove that that's your kid if your kid's swearing up and down, this is not my parent? mom, like, you're there, and they're like, I don't know who this woman is. Where's my mom? What would you?
That's fucked up.
That's not my dad. That's fucked. Yeah.
I guess in today's day and age, I'd be like, look at my photo roll and like the 9 million photos I have of me with my kid. The worst thing that I ever did when I was a kid, this is quite a story. I was always really big into like supernatural, creepy stories and stuff. So like we'd get books in the library about ghosts and demons and stuff like that. And I found a book with my brother, and we picked a monster that we were going to convince our mom that we saw.
Shut the fuck up.
That it came it crawled into our window, right?
Oh my god.
So we baked this. We were terrible children. This is
the research.
This is a terrible story. We did the research. We read up on this thing, how it moved, all this shit, and we created the story. And then we ran downstairs crying. Like we worked ourselves up. We were crying, saying that this thing just crawled into our window. We saw it, and then it jumped and it ran out. And like, we freaked her the shit out. She gets us in the car, takes us to the family therapist, because of course we were in therapy. Imagine that, right? They separate us out into different rooms. We give the exact same story. Like, because they're like, well, maybe they're going to work together to talk about. We had fucking details on this thing. They separated us out in separate rooms, different therapists. They asked us questions. We gave
you stuck to the story.
Incredibly detailed accounts of what happened, even though it never happened.
They
don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Our mom is.
They're like, this is like, now the therapist is getting nervous. He's like, wait a second. He's like, my whole reality is being shaken right now.
Eventually, they put us back together, and we looked at each other, and we're like, we didn't think this far ahead. We're gonna have to come clean at some point, and we are facing the worst wrath you could possibly imagine when this is all done. So is this
you coming clean? Like,
no.
30 years later and shit. This is it. No, this is the confession. Oh my god,
that'd be great.
It's all coming out right now.
I'm sure my mom is subscribed on YouTube. No, but we did come clean, and my god, we were in so much fucking trouble. And I think about that kind of thing, and I'm so happy that my kids are not as
don't
fucked
do
up.
that stupid shit to you. Oh my god,
kids, if you're listening, don't fucking do stuff like that. That's so stupid. Like it's funny now. It's funny now
because it funny? I'm fucking
40 years ago. But my
You're
God,
lucky you guys didn't end up in a mental institution.
We're lucky we didn't end up in the river. It was bad.
Yeah.
So bad. So yeah,
Whoa.
kids.
That's a good turn.
This boy and his ice cream, not so bad. Not so bad.
You know what? This segment eventually has to go to Stupid Kid of the Month, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of content there. Just saying.
Yeah, because there's way more stupid kids than there are bad parents, guaranteed.
I mean, that get out publicly, probably. We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, would you look at the time? It's time once again to celebrate our members of Megadad's Boost. The Megadad's Boost community exists to support everything that we do here at Megadad's. We're going 11 years strong, and we need your support to make sure that we give the best Megadad's content for years to come. So this is where you come in. You go to patreon.com/Megadads and support us for as little as $1 a month. That $1 goes a long way to make sure that Antonio, myself, and the rest of the Megadads can pump out the best content every single day at youtube.com/Megadads and megadads.org. And those Boost members for the month of August 2025 are as follows: Andy Penzick, the Bafo Yucks Dudes, Brandon Wilson, Brendan Myers, Brent, Craig Campbell, David Snyder, Dave Soto, Emily Smith, Eric Wood, Estuardo Zenteno, Jesse Waldak, John DiFrancesco, Joseph, Justin Masson, Luke Porter, the Nintendo Dads Podcast, Spokes, and the Snack Network. It's a Snack Network. Let's not forget the folks hanging out at the free tier. That's right, you can be a member of Megadad's Boost community for $0. Doesn't pay for anything here, but thanks for sticking around and eating our snacks. Those beautiful people at the Megadad's Boost free tier are as follows: Victaris GX. God, that sounds like a fucking transformer. Solara Clark, the Coconut Wizard, Avi Cohen, the One Track Gamers, John Layola, Michael Kwan, Sonny Megatron. Oh man, what if Victaris GX and Sonny Megatron had a giant battle over Tokyo? That'd be cool. Nima, Edie McD, Mike Salvino, Timothy Alf, and Brian Scott. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the Megadad's Boost community. If it's $0, $5, anything in between, we appreciate your support so much. And now, let's get back to that awesome content that you helped create. All right, let's talk about the game you've been playing.
Yes.
Because it piqued my curiosity. So I did there, Peak, because your game's called Peak.
I don't know if they're gonna let you on the plane with no shoes on.
Okay, are you ready? I'm ready.
Peak is a cooperative climbing video game developed and published by Aggro Crab and Landfall, and it's available exclusively on PC. Not too long ago, there was a game that has taken the world by storm called Peak. The game is incredibly simplistic, but also incredibly fun. It's almost like a perfect multiplayer party game. And what happens is you start out in an airport and you have these characters that are cartoony. It's kind of like almost like a Rick and Morty, like just the way that the eyes and face go. And you're very simple characters. You're stubbly, you can jump, you can climb. And they have a little like rock wall in the airport.
Of course.
Where you can like practice on. And then you get on a plane and it immediately crashes, and you wake up on a beach with you, and if you play solo it's just you, but then you and your team up to 4, and you're just stuck on a beach, and there's little books that will tell you what to do, but largely a lot of the game is just figure it out. So if you go in completely blind, it's even more hilarious because you don't know what's going to hurt and kill you. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing necessarily, but the premise of the game is there's a big mountain and then you just start climbing. And it's like Zelda Breath of the Wild where you have a stamina meter and you climb, and if you can lunge with like the last sliver of your stamina for one last jump, but that's it. You can just jump, you can climb, you can pick things up. Sometimes there's backpacks where you can like put items, And all around the area on the beach and on the mountain, periodically you'll find suitcases, and in the suitcases it's like randomly like different items that might like be a granola bar to give you a little bit more health, or it might be a rope that you can like go down and like attach to something. They have like these little climbing assist tools that can help you go up, give you energy. Some stuff on the mountain will poison you, so they have like health items and antidotes, and it's just go up, just get to the peak. So you and a team can work together. One of the coolest parts is as you climb, you can turn around and like put your hand out. So if somebody is like barely making it up, it can pull them up and it helps you assist them, and then they clamber up to you. So if you do it right, you're supposed to be collaboratively climbing. And it's like this push and pull of like, are you going to carry the backpack and with the items, or like who's going to go first? Like, can we make this jump? Like, do all of us as a team have enough stamina where we could all get up to this next thing? And it's all visual. So you're like looking and you're like literally scouting around. You're like, you can put like a little ping, and me and my team, like me and my buddies will talk, and they'll be like, I think this is the way. And then you'll get up and then there's just nothing there. So you have to go back down. And then the kicker is you're on a little bit of a clock because there's a fog that's deadly and it's rising. So it's kind of a little bit like Battle Royale. So that's the nuts and bolts of the game. It's very simple. Climb to the top. Use the items, manage your stamina, Breath of the Wild style. If this game taught me anything, it's hilarity ensues, which is awesome. It's like you can't rely on your friends for jack, because you think, oh, this is easy, like we can do this.
But is amazing.
They put in the human element, and you think that you could successfully do this, but they like have like different things where like you can like knock out your teammates if you want to. You could like throw things at your teammates if you want to, and they just make it look so hilarious that like.
Is there any benefit to fucking over your team?
I don't know. Like there's an achievement system. As you get further up, like you earn like costumes to change, like, and you can customize your character. I don't know. It's like almost like once you get to the top of the beach area, like you start out on the deserted island type thing. When you get to the peak, it's like you did it, and then you light a campfire, and then another mountain just appears, and then there's another mountain, and then when you get to the top of that one, you light the campfire, like you did it, congratulations, and then another mountain just like. So it's like endless type thing.
Is it procedurally generated?
Yeah. So like first biome is always going to be the deserted island tropical. Then when you get to it, the peak, it will always be a poison jungle rainforest. And then past there, I don't want to spoil it, but the next one after that's really cool. Like there's different like survival elements in each one, and there's different like things you can do. Like in the jungle environment, there's vines, and like you kind of like go a little, I think you go a little faster, but like it's connecting all the mountainous areas. So now you're not just going up rocks. Now you're like Donkey Konging like vine thing through the jungle, and it's like there's poison stuff everywhere. The funnest part of the game is saying, I can do like this next, like going from here to there. I got that. And then you go and you realize you almost had it. And then you just slip. And it's like multiple times I've tried to like save somebody from slipping, and then I fall like trying to save them. And then you just go tumbling down. It's hilarious. It's simple. It's so simple.
Is this all just like run based? Like, are you progressing, or is it just let's see how far we can get this run?
So the true genius of this game probably is that every 24 hours, the first map, well, all the maps change every day, but it's the same map. So let's say we start out on the biome where it's the plane crash on the beach. it's the first biome. When you go up and let's say we die halfway through, you respawn, and if you try again that day, it's the same mountain. So a lot of it is we tried going left, we tried going up here, and we died either because we were too slow, because the fog got us, or there ended up being like no good way that way. Now when you respawn again, okay, that way didn't work, let's go this way. Right. And then you try again, and the runs can be like, I've had runs where it's like 10-15 minutes. It's like, we tried something, we overextended ourselves, we died, now let's go the other way. And then you go that way, and then when you get to peak number 2 that day, that's the 24 hours same setup. And then peak 3, and then you keep going. So it's like something new every time. It's procedurally generated. Some of these maps, like I've had days where we go in and I'm like, this is cursed. It's like there's no good way up. We've tried multiple things, we keep dying. And I'm sure they've like built it where there is a way up, but we just couldn't find it. So we'd be stuck on the first peak. Or maybe we could get up peak 1 isn't bad, but the second one, we just keep dying there, and then we restart from the bottom. We have to go through peak 1 again to get to peak 2. So that's what the game is. Again, it's a lot of hilarity ensues. A lot of the items, like there's a blow dart item, you can like shoot it at your teammate and then they're just knocked out for a while. It's like harmless unless they're climbing at the time and then they just pass out, and then you could tumble. And you have a health, like your health / stamina bar. Like the more you carry, the less stamina you have because it eats at your bar.
Yeah.
The more hungry you are, the less stamina you have. But then if you eat something, now you have more stamina. So you're managing your bar, and it's like, what do I carry? What do I eat right now? Should I save this for the next peak? Should I put it in a backpack? Should we even take the backpack? All these like little things that you can do. There are these awesome items where, and I hope there would be more items like this. There's a hook shot where it's like a chain. It goes boom, and it's like creates like a chain to climb up. So every once in a while, you get the really cool stuff. Like there's an energy drink where you drink it, and all of a sudden, for a very limited time, you have like unlimited stamina. So like what I did one time is I drank the energy drink, and I'm like, I got this. So I went up like unnaturally high, and then I had a rope and I lowered it down to my team. So it was a perfect, like, let me go scout a really high place, and then I'll put the rope down, and then you guys can come up.
So cool.
It's such a simple game that has such potential, and it was one of these like internet sensations where people were caught off guard by like the makers were like, whoa, we got all this money now. We have all of these people interested. So it's one of these like, they don't know what to do. Like I saw a post that they put out, and this was like almost 2 months ago now. And they're like, we're freaking out. Like, you know, so here's what we want to do. And they're like in the post because they know, they're like, look, at right around this point, when a game gets big, the developer will make promises on a timeline and then they miss it. And then everything goes to shit. It's like, we are not making you promises. Don't get upset. Like they're begging people to not be one of these like flash in the pan that goes wrong in their message. They're like, we didn't know, but we're happy. But also don't expect that we're going to, because everyone's, you know how the internet is. They're like, oh, add this. They're not doing anything. This is shit. You know, like people will turn on you. So like they were very human about it. And they're like, we didn't know. Be patient. We, you know, like, and like some people were like, you know what, don't listen to people, just take it slow. Don't do the battle pass thing. Like just do free updates with a donation jar. Like people are giving them like legit, probably good advice. So it's an amazing game. I think I'm going to look up the cost. It's very inexpensive, but that's Peak. Peak is available just on PC. When this thing comes to Switch, when this thing comes to like other platforms, like again, I am kind of like happy / worried for the devs because it's 93% very positive on Steam. Again, the developer is Team Peak, published by Aggro Crab and Landfall, and it's $7.99.
That's great.
It is one of these like huge communities have already like there's 45,858 reviews on Steam right now. And then there are like the majority of that chunk very positive, overly positive. There people are just loving it. You can play solo if you want. Our buddy Clay, Megadad's contributor, is just like doing solo runs when we can't join him, and it's fun. I highly recommend Peak. It's just a party game. It's a party game.
That sounds amazing, and I hope it does come to consoles, because that's always the thing with like multiplayer PC games. Like I never really. Well, first of all, I'm never a guy who really plays multiplayer or anything because I never have the time. But the idea of sitting at my PC and playing multiplayer, like I want to be on my couch. I want to be in front of my TV to play with my friends. So I hope that does expand. I've never heard of this game, and it sounds phenomenal. Like
it's gonna blow up when it comes like truly main. Like I've seen some articles, on some of the mainstream outlets, but I think it's one of those things where once it breaks out of PC, it's gonna go crazy. And they've just started. Like the palette is there, the concept is sound. Like in my mind, like you could add different modes where, if you I don't want to do the first peak anymore. Is there a mode where maybe I don't get achievements anymore, but I could start on peak 2 or 3 if I've been there before? Or can you up the items and do some of the more crazier items, or a mode where, add a jetpack, like different stuff like that? They have so much potential to be even greater, even bigger. It's like one of these indie darling things that are taking the world by storm, kind of thing, under the radar a little bit.
Megadads is for everyone who loves gaming and the community that surrounds it. We're all about fun, fully grown, and we want you to be a part of everything we've got going on here. So what do you get when you subscribe to youtube.com/Megadads? Weekly podcasts from your favorite Megadads personalities, reviews on the latest games, reaction and analysis on the latest industry news, Gameplay Thursday videos showing off what we do on the sticks, travel logs from our trips around the world, small talk segments where we try new things with our kids, live community events like our holiday specials, and so much more each and every single day. You don't want to miss a minute of the fun. New Megadads videos drop each and every weekday, whether it's our long-form content like Megadads Live, or maybe it's one of our short series like Off the Shelf, a look at retro gaming. Please subscribe to youtube.com/Megadads today and tell your friends to come too. We're building something great here at youtube.com/Megadads, so subscribe today and be a part of fun, fully grown. This is Megadads.
Fantastic. Well, that sound right there means it's the end of this episode of Megadads Live. It's the caboose. It's coming around the corner with a recommendation, something outside the world of video games that we think you might enjoy. And I've been sitting on this caboose for a long time. See what I did there? I'm sitting on this caboose. I've been doing something for 7 months now. I started at New Year's. I said, this is something that I'm going to try. Never done it before. And I want to dive in, kind of learn about it. And I've been taking it very slow. And I've been investing in the stock market. This is something that nobody ever taught me how to do growing up. I was raised by a single mother. Money was always really tight. Investing in stocks was never something that was even a part of my reality. And I, over the last 10 years, got a 401k with my work, and they do a match. And I've been watching that build and build and build. But it's something that you're not really engaged with, right? For your 401k, you take a little bit out of your paycheck and it just happens. And I keep looking at our savings accounts, and our savings accounts generate jack shit for interest, right? Like we've had accounts for our kids' college funds and savings accounts, and you get cents a year, right? And I just decided this year, I'm going to invest. I'm just gonna start and see what happens. Take a little bit out of our savings, put it in, watch it grow. And throughout the last 7 years, I've been teaching myself how to monitor this, watching the dips and the peaks and all that kind of stuff. And now that I'm 7 months in and really I'm comfortable enough with how I'm doing it, and I've earned enough money where it's been a fruitful adventure. It's just something that I'm kind of proud that I taught myself how to do. It's definitely gross because like I'm not
Oh yeah,
you know what I
gross.
mean? Like I'm investing in companies that is kind of like
I'm judging you hard right now. Like,
do I really want to be a part of this? But
I
also
fucking hate you right now.
But also this was my thinking was like, if the whole fucking world is just out for itself and throwing people under the bus for some money, I'm definitely not a rich folk. I'm definitely not like well-to-do, but like I'm gonna fucking take advantage of this and like try to actually grow my kids' my kids' savings so that they have a little something in the future. And it's been successful for me. I've been using Robinhood as a platform, which is totally free. And yeah, I've been actually diving into this, and it's been successful for me. And it's like I said, it's mostly like I'm just kind of proud that I taught myself how to do it. Like I wish I had a dad who showed me how to do this kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Growing up,
100%. I've learned so much shit off YouTube, like how to change a light bulb type stuff, like car maintenance, things like that. Like I don't want you to give away all your stock tips because you shouldn't, because you need a podcast to do that. You need to be on like MSNBC or whatever. So I have like a couple questions. Are you watching like this guy on like CNN with his sleeves rolled up with a white shirt, just sweating, like yelling at the camera, telling you to like, is that like, are you one of these bros? Like, is that you?
I'm not.
How are you like? How did you pinpoint I'm going to buy this?
It began. I mean, really, what it is I'm just invested in stuff that I know.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, like any video game stuff.
I did Nintendo for a little while, and leading up to the Switch, it built, and then I learned that Nintendo is very even. I am invested in Microsoft, which is kind of gross right now with everything going on right
gross.
now.
Yeah, I get it.
But
like Nvidia stock.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's another one. I'm in on Nvidia. It's absolutely.
They're just gonna keep going, dude. They're going up. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm invested in little pockets of areas that I know about, so that they're in my periphery. I'm not watching any CNBC. I'm not listening to any stock podcasts. I'm sure that would be beneficial to me, but I'm not that informed in it. So I'm just investing in things that I know about, so that I know where they stand as far as a business. So yeah, it's a video game, it's tech, it's entertainment, things like that.
You've never been more Caucasian to me than right now.
Look at how white I am.
You are the man now. You are part of the system.
It's one of those things where
it's probably smart. Like I know that there's some financially sound people in the Megadads Discord that I know, like, probably do smart shit like this. Like, yeah.
There are.
I mean,
everything in life, especially from a business economic capitalist viewpoint, like everything is problematic. Everything.
Yeah.
And unless you're going to be a hermit and live off of the grid, like you are going to be intertwined with a bunch of shit that makes you feel gross. Yeah. So like. Ultimately, I'm doing this as a way to be financially solvent, to get a little bit more money. I mean, I'm not getting rich off of it. Don't get me wrong.
I was wondering why you're going on so many vacations. I'm like, this motherfucker. He's always
I'm still donating plasma, so I'm not getting rich off of it. But the way I look at it is, like last year, my kids' savings accounts maybe made like a couple of bucks. Right?
Yeah.
Like the interest
savings accounts is shit. Like
interest is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. And in 7 months, I've made like $300. It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
It's a little Switch money.
It's way more. Money. It's way more. You're than almost there. Bucks. Yeah,
you're halfway to a Switch 2. Congratulations!
It's an experience. It's an experience, and I'm learning.
Yes,
and it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
I have been going to the casino, and we won $350 in like 10 minutes, like the last time we went. So
good job.
Fuck you, Adam. Fuck you. I am getting rich quick while you're doing the nerd shit.
I'm contributing to layoffs.
Yes. My caboose is, I mentioned on the last episode of Megadads Live that I went to Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, and the National Mall and the area where you have all the monuments and museums is incredibly large, big, open field. And something that surprised me was it's basically like a park that's an open park. Because to me, I'm like, there's some reverence here to this big green patch in between all the museums and monuments. I always saw it as like, they keep that shit pristine, you know, like this is like, you're not supposed to be there. There were people playing soccer, volleyball, tag, frisbee. There were just nothing but people just using it like regular grass, which was very surprising. And I was like, okay, fuck it, use it. You know, I'm like, cool. But there are these long walk-in pathways by the World War II Memorial, between the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Memorial. Huge, long areas of just walking. But then I noticed there were people on Lime scooters. Like you rent them. I've never done this before. I've been too scared to use them in Chicago because you're supposed to be riding them on the bike paths, which are right next to the vehicles. But here, you're not supposed to, but it's just so wide and open, and there was just so much space, and everybody else is doing whatever the fuck they want. So the Lime scooter people are just going and not bothering anybody, and it's very like safe and very convenient. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I rode around on a Lime scooter for the first time, and I was going everywhere. Went from this museum to the museum all the way on the other side, and I got quickly to the Lincoln Memorial, which would have took me minimum 25 minutes to walk, and I was in there in 5 minutes. Just like it's locked down to a particular speed where you can only go so fast, but it's just fast enough where I'm like, this is fun and it's worth it. Have you ever done one of these scooter things?
No, I work in St. Paul, and those fuckers are everywhere. Everywhere.
I would totally do it. Yeah, like now that I'm back in Chicago and I'm thinking to myself, like, I kind of want to just go rent one to like use at our block party later today and just kind of like ride around because it's fun and it's pretty cool. Like I've had a good time using it and very convenient and not very expensive. Like,
what's the cost?
I must have for a decent trip of 20 minutes, it was like $11.
Okay.
There's something about a base cost and then a cost per minute, but it wasn't egregious. Sure. So in the end, after using it because I spent time, so over the 4 to 6 hours that I was traveling around, I think I did it 3-4 times, and I walked away for $30.
That's not
maybe
bad.
Ish. Mm-hmm. And I'm spitballing rough, but had I taken an Uber or Lyft, it would have been $15 a pop for those short rides in heavy DC traffic. It was never going to work. Super expensive. So reasonably priced. You're not supposed to, but I saw 2 people riding one, and you're definitely not supposed to. It's says on there, do not put more than one person on here. And then you go by and you see 3 people on one scooter.
Saving money.
And I'm like, we should all be wearing helmets. It's helmets are suggested. Seriously, because there are things where if you just, you're next to a vehicle or something crossing the street, I don't know, different things. It wasn't completely safe, but safer than I thought. So that's my caboose.
I want to see you on a scooter. Can you get some
I will
footage
try
of you
to
on a
get
scooter?
Footage of scooter. I
want a YouTube short of you doing a scooter with the Benny Hill going in the background. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Megadads Live. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video. Join us over on the Megadads Discord. The link is in the show notes. And of course, you can support us at patreon.com/Megadads. Be a Boost member. Only costs $1 a month. We will see you guys next week for an all-new episode of Megadads Live.